And I started out reflecting with an exercise I read about. So I was writing to my past self, my 23-year-old self, which was 10 years ago. So I'm gonna be 33 next week. So I decided, why not share a video of the milestones of a decade. My personal milestones in my personal decade. The lessons I've learned, the things I appreciated, the things that happened to me and that shaped me into the person that I am now. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe it's of help to someone out there struggling with things, and this is different. And it's also a little bit scary sharing it with you. Hello, beloved souls. I hope you're all very good. Today I took you out on a hike with Marjorie and I. We are currently not on the highest point we've been today, but very high, and there's a valley. I think I'm gonna just show you. So this is the valley, and normally, or the last time I was here, there were a lot of sheep, and then behind us are some horses, and lying on my right side is Marjorie resting, because we've been out and about, I think since 11, and climbed the mountain that I was talking last time, and visited the passage tombs, and we're hiding in there sometime because rain was surprising us. So oh, it's been such a wonderful day. It's been so quiet and peaceful, and the perfect weather conditions, not too hot, not too cold, and always the wind and the breeze. I will tell you, it's lovely. Yeah, let's start the tour about the last 10 years. Let's get into it. Let's go down memory lane. "2011 started off with a very, very low point in my life. I was depressed, I was suicidal, I was hurting myself, I wasn't eating healthy, I wasn't going to university for 2-3 weeks at a time. I was at a very, very low point in my life. But I guess you have to go to the valley in order to climb up a mountain, and by spring everything got better, everything improved, and I met the love of my life, or so I thought, because it turned out to not be the love of my life at all. But either way, he was the reason I finished my studies, I got my shit together, and I moved to Switzerland. So by the end of 2011, I was lucky enough to leave my country and start over again. "2012 and 13 I put together because it was basically the same. I was in a new country, I had all of these new experiences, I found a job, had a new team, had new friends, had a new kind of foster family around me. I was really focused on just living the life that I thought I wanted, like just having a partner, having friends, being able to party, and not really think about anything further into the future. just trying to live my best life. And it is funny because thinking back, it is kind of like sometimes you have to make the experience of living what you thought you want to have in your life in order to find out that it's still not enough. And for me, it kind of was by the end of 2013, I realized that even though I had everything that I wanted when I came here, there was something missing, something deep inside me was not content with the way I lived, and I thought there was something else in a sense. So by the end of 2013, I really wanted to start anew. And oh yeah, did I start anew? It wasn't a choice. It was kind of like my soul screaming into my face saying that you couldn't go on the way you're doing right now. So, by yeah, within the first week of January, I had my first burnout experience. So I didn't know what it was, and also I had people around me who didn't really understand what all of this was about. So instead of trying to heal, I went to a doctor and he prescribed me medication. So for the first 2, 3 months of 2014, I was pretty much numb and dazed out and didn't really care about life anymore. I just did what was expected of me. I mean, I put in effort and quit my old job in order to have a new one, which I thought would solve the problem, but it didn't. So by the time summer came, I really felt not supported at all, and I was lost and I was lonely. And the only one who seemed to understand what I was going through and who really genuinely seemed to care was at the center of our friends group. But we fell in love, we couldn't do anything about it, and looking back, it was just the right decision. He was truly my guardian angel. So, by the end of 2014 and beginning of 2015, I had once again left everything behind. I was in a new apartment. I shared it with my two best friends and my new love of my life. Um, but yeah, if you do the same thing over and over again and immerse yourself in what you did before, you can't expect a different outcome. So I was again, partying. I was just working in order for things to be paid and that I can buy new things. I was so into fashion. I defined myself through the outfits and the hairstyles and the accessories I had and I could buy. It was a kind of nice period of my life as well because it was kind of forming a new sense of self, I guess, because I was up to this point very self um, uh, not self-centered, but I wasn't really aware that I could be beautiful. And my new boyfriend really he gave me the confidence to try out new things and to just be myself and not be self-conscious all the time. So it was kind of also a boost for my self-esteem to go through of this. I also started a new formation to get a better job in the future. So I was kind of starting out to shape and form my life again. But yeah, as I said, it's pretty much the same thing I did before. I didn't really live consciously. I wasn't aware. I wasn't mindful. I just wanted to be in the once again in the life that I thought that I wanted. So in the end, it turned out that I had, by the end of 2016, I had my second burnout, but this time I was surrounded by love, by compassion, by consideration. So I really got the opportunity to go down the healing path versus the self medication or medication from a doctor path. And what really shaped my mind in 2016 was my then boyfriend, because he asked me, when I had the second burnout, he pretty much asked me, do you really want to continue to live your life like that? Or do you want to change? Do you want to be happy? So, yeah, he really gave me a kick in the butt, so to say, to get my things together and to improve my living conditions. And he gave it his all. He was so supporting, and he really, really gave everything he had for my health and my mental sanity and my journey of healing. So, even though we're not together anymore, I am so, so grateful that he came into my life. 2017 started for me inside a clinic. I was there for exhaustion, depression, anxiety, and a lot of other stuff. And it was the most transformative and healing situation I ever consciously and mindfully did in my life. I cut my hair. I came out of the clinic a different person. I moved out of the shared apartment and into a flat with my then boyfriend, and I threw myself into changing the world, or more like I threw myself into the trend of sustainability. I worked really hard to open a store where you can get package free stuff in bulk. I finished my education in the second formation I did. I went to animal shelters and went on walks with the dogs there. I changed my perspective. I wasn't all about partying. I was out in nature a lot. I enjoyed being with my friends. Instead of material things, I appreciated spending time with them. I found myself being a photographer all of a sudden. So my passion for photography was ignited during that period of my time, and I realized there's beauty all around us. So 2017 basically really was all about new beginnings and change for me. 2018 was, in contrast to 2017, different. So in 2017, I think my focus was laying on the outside world, or rather my specific role and purpose in this world. So in 2018, I shifted perspective, and everything made more sense when I uh, realized that there is a spirituality behind everyday ordinary tasks. So what I spent most time of 2018 was focusing on the new job I had, apartment as well, but also incorporating everyday things like meditation, yoga, writing, and stuff that really
made me feel healthy. The most important thing in 2018, though, was the arrival of Marjorie. I so absolutely fell in love with her from the first time I saw her on the website. And then she came to me from Romania after 9 hours of drive. We picked her up in Austria and brought her over the border through customs in Switzerland. And since that moment, like, we spend hours and hours in nature. Um, we became so close, and she really is my partner in crime now. And I'm so grateful for the lessons she taught me and still does every single day. But most of all, I'm grateful for the 3 to 6 hours per day, depending on which day it was, outside and in nature, because this really was the most healing time, and I had the most progress during that time of my life. And in 2019, spirituality continued, but the focus more or less lay on the breakup with my then boyfriend. He was the one who contributed the last nearly 6 years into our relationship and into my healing. So then 2020 came around. I was without a boyfriend. I was in my comfort zone though. Like, I loved my apartment so much, and yet someone was missing, which was specifically him. Um, and It was quite a challenge because although everything else seemed to have fallen into place, I was in a really good state of mind. Um, we decided to stay friends, and that kind of was a challenge, but a such rewarding challenge. And I really have to say, he contributed so much to my healing progress. And when he decided that he wanted to focus on himself and not be distracted by our relationship, I guess, the only thing I could do was focus on my own life and open my heart to support him in the best way that I could do for him. So I focused on myself, I focused on the organizations I built, I focused on Marjorie, on my new job, and my lovely, lovely coworkers. I was kind of alright, but soon enough I didn't felt content anymore. So I packed up and I made the decision to once again give up everything I own, everything I had, my job, my apartment, and all of my possessions, in order to go on another quest. A quest to find my heart and my soul somewhere else. And here we are at 2021. We are currently in Ireland. We've been traveling since January 7th. So it's nearly been 10 months of traveling and meeting new people, and I have to say, it's been just the best, most valuable experience so far. But I wouldn't have been able to do all of that without having the 9 years before that. So, yeah, to put it simply and into one line, what I would tell my 23-year-old self would be thank you. Thank you for bringing us to this point. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for trying and trying and trying over and over again. Thank you for the self-growth. Thank you for everything you did for us, because it's going to be worth it. You just wait. It's going to be absolutely worth it. And I can't wait for you to see where we are now. Because in the end, there are 3 life lessons that you will want to keep on living every single day. And that is, trust your gut. He knows what's best for you. And then time is your most valuable thing. So be in the now, be in the present. Live what you think is best for you. Make the experience, be in it. And then, lastly, and most valuable also, just enjoy the path, enjoy the way, and not focus on the destination so much.